All right, first and foremost, I want to give our honor and glory to Yahweh, our son and our side. I want to give double honor to the apostles of the great millstone who rule well. And I also want to say peace and blessings, salutations to the hopefully elect. I was a high spirit in Judah of the GMS Mississippi camp. And so I want to go into a topic how our comforts keep us in the spirit of, our discomforts keep us in a spirit of haste. All right, if your life is on the edge and you basically don't have that comfort, you're always afflicted. That's to keep you in a spirit of haste. If you are the elect, man. So if you are the hopefully elect, the Most High is going to bombard you with circumstances that yield the results of a brother that's in a spirit of haste, like just excited when there are signs that America is going to be destroyed. You see? Because comforts make us complacent, and complacency makes us weak, man. You see? Comforts make us complacent, and complacency makes us weak, and that's what rocks you back to sleep, man. All right? So discomforts, that keeps you on the edge, and that makes your spirit stronger as well, because those discomforts, they make a stronger spirit, but ultimately that's the Most High crafting your spirit, man. He's keeping you in the spirit of haste, because Yahweh Shai is not looking for brothers that really low-key didn't want America to get destroyed. He's not looking for brothers that had dreams and ambitions in Babylon, man. He's not looking for brothers that really wanted to excel in Rome. All right? Like I said, like I always say, you can't break down this is the extension of the Roman Empire, but you want to excel and be successful in the Roman Empire. It doesn't work like that. That's why it says in Sirach that there's a man who, roughly paraphrasing, that he benefits other men when he speaks, but he doesn't profit himself, man. He doesn't benefit himself when he speaks. So it's one thing to know the breakdowns. It's one thing to know that this is spiritually Babylon and it's Sodom and Egypt, and it's freaks walking everywhere. But it's another thing to be in the spirit of, I want to get the hell up out of here, man. All right? Because the longer we go on this thing, the easier it is to become jaded, the easier it is to have a boy who cried wolf mentality, like, oh, there's just another rumor of war, nothing's going to happen. So you kind of lose your edge, all right? So, but if you are the hopefully elect, along with fasting, praying, reading, all right, the Most High is going to do certain things that ultimately keeps you in a spirit of haste, all right? Because the last thing that he wants is a man of the Lord that doesn't really want to get out of America, man. That's why things are not going to happen to your liking all the time, man. You're going to have disappointments. You're going to have setbacks. You're going to witness things and endure things that ultimately keep you in the spirit of haste. You see? All right, so, this is just for brothers to sort of look at their circumstances objectively, and so they can see why they are going through the circumstances that are going through. As it says in the book of Sirach, the 2nd chapter, as gold is tried in the fire, so is acceptable men in the furnace of adversity, man. All right? So ultimately the Most High is purifying you like gold for the interest of Yahweh Shai. Because what did Paul say? Paul said, I have likened you to a chaste virgin for Yahweh Shai, man. So what is a virgin? A virgin is pure. All right, so how are we purified? We are purified through our afflictions. All right? But one thing our affliction does, it keeps us dissatisfied for our current estate, man. So don't get me wrong, you're going to have some brothers that already have money. They came into this truth with money, man. All right? So whatever their position is, they have a strong enough spirit to still be a profitable servant, although they're financially blessed. But you have brothers that's not really financially blessed, and they're living, paycheck to paycheck or whatever it may be. All right? So that's not talking down on a brother that has the money, but this is for brothers that has any type of affliction, whether it's a monetary affliction or a health affliction, any type of affliction, man. All right. The Most High is going to put you through circumstances consistently to ultimately keep you in a spirit of haste, man. All right. If you look back on some of the things that happened to you the past year, 2 years, 3 years, it might have frustrated you. It might have made you depressed. It might have made you bitter. But ultimately, it kept you in this truth, man. Because if the Most High gives a lot of brothers those comforts, a lot of brothers might get rocked back into the world, man. Okay? So the Most High, he knows his creation. He knows his creature. He knows the spirit of every brother in his truth, man. All right? So that's another perspective, man. You know, whatever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully. All right? Why? Because ultimately, that's purifying you for your salvation. And you getting purged from your sins so you don't have to really suffer in the time of Jacob's trouble. I mean, we're going to see things in the time of Jacob's trouble, but we're not going to catch that same affliction that Jacob, the 2/3 of Israel, is going to catch because we're being exempt through our afflictions. But ultimately, you know, in another sense, you should also take it cheerfully because it's keeping you in a spirit of haste. That's why it says in Revelations that they love not their lives to the death. So we have to fulfill those prophecies, man. Fulfill those scripts where it said that we love not our lives to the death. So what were these men going to go through where they love not their lives to the death, man? They probably had afflictions in their body. They probably had afflictions with women. They probably had afflictions on a job. Those things make you bitter, man. Unfortunate struggles, it makes you callous. It makes you numb. But it allows you to build character as well. Because when you keep going through those struggles, you learn how to maneuver amid those struggles while you're going through those struggles, okay? But ultimately, also, those struggles keep you from being complacent, man. Okay? So, like I said, man, this is just admonition for brothers, really encouragement for brothers. So look, you know, your afflictions, you know, they have a purpose. It says in Sirach, all things have their uses. So even intangible things, such as afflictions, all right, they have their use as well, and their uses to a benefit. Your sufferings have their uses. You see? Struggles have their uses. Okay? You having an affliction with your woman, well, then it not say in 1 Corinthians, the 7th chapter, nevertheless, such shall have trouble in the flesh. But what did they yield? It kept you from being complacent, because a woman is a lion tamer. So in one sense, it's good that a woman can tame you, you know, not tame you, but kind of pacify your spirit once you go through those afflictions, and she makes you feel good. But it's another thing to have it, or just this perfect wife that's gonna do right by you all the time, and it makes you feel like, man, I had nothing to be afflicted over. All right, so you might have a job that you getting paid paycheck to paycheck, and you might not be getting the money you want, but you might be getting the money you need. But that also keeps you in a spirit of haste. And it also boosts your faith because you realize that the Most High is going to take care of you anyway. Okay? And you know you might have afflictions within your body, but they might make you haste the kingdom more so we can get perfect bodies, man. Because for a lot of us brothers, man, if we had a woman that really didn't give us problems, that just kept us happy all the time, if we had this job that just paid us a whole lot of money, then, like, where's your affliction coming from? Why are you sincerely hasting the days? All right? Are you sincerely hasting the days? So, like I said, affliction yields the results of we having a spirit of haste. And that's a spirit us brothers are to be in, man. We are supposed to be in the spirit of haste, man. Not haste in the sense of, I got to hustle, I got to do this, I got to do that. But not in the spirit of, man, I can't wait to get how I get here, man. Deliver us out this hellhole, man. You know, and for brothers that's going to get increases in money on this side, and brothers they might have a financial blessing or whatever it may be, don't forget we in hell, man. Don't forget that we are in a real live freak show, man. So don't start getting that spirit of you on you of, I might marry this woman, all right? I might settle down. I might start saving my money for these investments and this, that, and the third, and you really low key, not really into Yahweh Shai coming back to deliver you, man. All right? Because Sodom and Gomorrah and the 5 cities of Sodom and Gomorrah was booming, man. Sodom was booming. Sodom was probably like Las Vegas or Memphis, Tennessee, man. It was a booming economy. So you had merchants and investors, and you had all that back then. No new thing under the sun. But guess what? Did that stop it from getting destroyed? Rome got destroyed eventually. Rome was booming. They had merchants there. Did that stop it from getting destroyed? You had Israelites into that Egyptian shit back during the time of Acts. All right? But where's Colossus now? Where's Ephesus now, man? Okay? So everything you have in Babylon that people get excited over, they had it in all the empires that got destroyed, man. All right? So be prepared for the interests of Yahweh Shai and the destruction of America, and understand that your afflictions are keeping you in the spirit of haste for the destruction of America and the interests of Yahweh Shai, the interests of the kingdom, man. All right, but with that, I hope you brothers are edified. Until the next lesson, shalom.